Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
That is one sharp-looking shirt you got on today, man. That really sets off your look.
My look.
Oh, yeah.
I have a look?
Oh, yeah,
wow.
the Brent Apperson look.
Oh,
yeah.
well, okay.
You should sell it.
I don't know if I've ever been told I have a look before.
You should sell it.
Wow.
Like Caitlin. Basketball stick.
Oh, Caitlin Clark. Oh,
yeah, I just call her Katie.
Yeah,
but
sure.
But Caitlin, her jersey
yes,
has set an all-time record for sales.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
You mean since her WNBA jersey?
Yeah.
Since she got drafted by the Indiana Fever, right?
Indiana, I don't know for
I
sure.
think it's the Fever.
The Fever. Well,
and they've got the Fever now.
Oh, they have it bad.
Yes.
Here's a question for you. Since you're a sports guy and you follow these things, and there's folks out there who are not even sports people that might be interested in this comparison. Everyone seems to be fuming over Caitlin's rookie contract. It's not a lot of money comparatively.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I know nothing about the money part of it. So
here's a little information that we got this morning. Caitlin will make $76,000 in her rookie year. That will be her salary. And a lot of people are upset about that because a lot of them the top pick on the guys' side made $12 million.
A little disparity
contract. There is, but here's what kind of comes into the formula. The NBA earns 177 times more revenue than the WNBA at this point in time. That could be changing.
Yep.
So when you divide the bigger salary by that number, you get about what Caitlin's making comparatively from the income sources.
Sure.
Okay. But it goes on to say that, don't worry, her rookie jersey just broke sales records, and she's getting a nice piece of that. But, I can see where people would say $76,000. Some of the NBA players get that much for, cleaning their shoes before they come to the game. But they don't have the resources to pay more than that right now. But lady sports are getting more and more popular. I think we'll see that gap close. I hope we do. I agree. And maybe I'm off on this comparison, but I think about Tiger Woods and how he when he very first got into the golfing scene, what were the total amount of purses for winning a golf tournament? True.
And then as Tiger became Tiger, think about how those purses increased, right? Because of kind of what he did for the sport. And Caitlin Clark very well could have the same kind of
effect, right?
Yes, effect, I would say, on the on professional women's basketball. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see. The one thing, too, with Caitlin, I'm sure she has some endorsement deals that will help increase that. I guess it wouldn't be salary, but increase her income.
I think State Farm would be a good example.
Yeah, right.
She's been doing
she already has some, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's really cashed in there. So, interesting. And I was going to go off on a tirade on the Live League and professional golf.
Oh, no.
But because those guys don't even have to win, and they get $400 million.
Yeah, that again, I don't know much about the money thing there. But that's what I heard, too. You kind of get paid for just being in the league. And I think that's what was tempting for a lot of people.
Well, Phil was the leader of the pack.
Was he?
Yeah. He's the one that really started the whole transfer over to Live. He was a proponent of it. And, oh, by the way, even though he's at the tail end of his career, he got like $200 million. Just to sign up. And since he has a gambling problem, that probably cleared up some things. That allegedly gambling problem. The Prairie Pioneer today. Sorry, Brent's getting a little uncomfortable. I'll be quiet, and I don't want to get out of hand here because that means that.
See, you're getting tempted.
Yeah, the devil's working on me, and I'm not letting him win. Man, it's tough. Prairie Pioneer Center today, on this Wednesday, hamburger on a bun, baked beans, veggie salad, and fruit. And you call them, let them know you're going to come and have a meal. They'd love to have you. Reasonably priced meals at 872-6121, and you can use that same number to set up delivery of those meals to your home.
All right, school lunch menus for today. Chicken Alfredo at Litchfield today.
I would like to talk birthdays. Don't let me forget birthdays.
All right, you have some big ones to celebrate today?
Well, you know how it is in your family. You got to keep it even.
Oh, absolutely.
And
there's another family birthday for you today?
Yeah.
Oh.
My oldest.
Really?
Yep.
Chris, I did not realize there was just a day apart between he and Paul's birthday.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Paul the 16th,
man.
Chris the 17th. Family planning.
Man, I've known you guys forever, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where have I been?
Well, we bought into the family planning.
Oh, happy birthday, Chris.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you going to play Chris a song? You played Paul a song.
Well, if he's listening, he has a
true.
job.
He's in Chicago.
He might be listening. I don't know how often he listens, but
yeah.
It's his birthday today.
But to me that's irrelevant.
Yeah. He's about your age.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Chris and I are about the same age.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah. Sandhills School at Dunning, ham and cheese pockets, waffle fries, and green beans.
He's still kind of a White Sox guy, though. In Chicago, or did he just kind of doesn't really have a team? I remember having discussion. Well, I think our discussions always went back to Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
And I was never one of Chris's favorite ballparks.
No. He bought us tickets so we could experience it, but he didn't go with us, I don't believe.
I do think there have been some improvements, though, to Wrigley Field over the years.
Yeah, their bathrooms aren't quite as nasty as they were. Chris, he took us once. It was a great experience. But I don't know that he's, kind of ebbs and flows in baseball. He doesn't seem to pay as much attention to it as he used to. So. Yeah. I guess he's probably still a White Sox fan over the Cubs.
Yeah.
Because the community of Chicago definitely has opinions on that.
Oh, yes. There's a divider line. Darn right.
Thedford. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it your turn?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Thedford today, super nachos.
All right. Broken Bow Middle and High School today. Made fresh beef chili, hot dog, grilled chicken deli wrap, fresh baked combo sub, and Thai sweet chili stir fry on the menu today at Broken Bow.
And Callaway today, fiestada. That's the main dish at Callaway today, along with fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Sergeant today, pig in a blanket or runza, green beans, fruit cup, apple crisp, and milk on the menu today at Sergeant.
Did I say that right?
What? Fiestada?
Fiestada.
Yeah, that's how I pronounce it anyway.
Close. Well, I want to be right
because
because
a good job.
I met some guys. I'm not sure whether they're from Spain or Mexico. I'm not sure, but I was introduced to them yesterday evening at Paul's birthday party. They might pop in and be on the breakfast show. I invited them, but
cool.
I don't know. They seemed a little apprehensive, but they're welcome if they want to come in.
Yeah, cool.
Gothenburg today. Fresh made beef chili, hot dogs, fresh baked turkey and cheese sub, fresh Buffalo Ranch pizza, and Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
The tangents we keep going off on. This may be one of the longest readings of school lunch menus we've ever had.
Well, we've had a few long ones, but this is stretching out.
Loop City today. Stromboli or enchilada on the menu at Loop City today.
And, by the way, if they're listening this morning on their way out of Broken Bow, I'd like to send out a good morning and a goodbye and well wishes to Adam Thomas and family, Emily and family.
Mm-hmm.
got to spend some time with them, and they were spending time here with family and leaving today.
Adam, a one-time employee, correct? Of KCNI, KBBN?
Yeah, he was our evening DJ, and then he went off and worked in Lincoln at some radio stations, or at least one radio station there after he moved to go to college.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, he was a fun employee, and he helped us put our first computer online here because he was a whiz at that sort of thing, yeah.
I want to say that I could be wrong on this, but I think I was the guy that you hired to kind of replace him when he left.
That's what I told him last night.
Yeah.
And he couldn't remember, of course, because he was...
I don't know if Adam and I ever really met.
Yeah.
But, so...
Well, let's see.
Many of you are probably going right now, I wish Adam would have never left.
No. Well, he's some kind of a scientist now. He works with
He's a bright guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he works with a team of scientists.
Yeah.
And I think it's about maybe your brain. I'm not sure. So I know he couldn't have stayed in radio.
Yes. By the way, we still have lunch menus to get to.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cozad today. Chicken patty, roast turkey, and club stacker. Some of the choices at Cozad today.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools, fresh beef chili, hot dogs, Uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Arcadia today showing pigs in a blanket at Arcadia today.
And let's see. Jesus, seems like it's taking a long time to get these.
I know. We're going for a new record today.
Trish is here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just listening to the long lunch menu.
Well,
at Arnold,
we've gotten a little sidetracked, Trish.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Sorry.
Just a tad.
That never happens with us.
No, never.
It's a first.
Sloppy Joe's on a bun at Arnold today.
Arnold today. Okay. Ansley today. Oh. Wow. Porcupine meatballs.
Oh, warms the heart, doesn't it?
They've been around forever.
Yeah. I liked them.
Did you?
You didn't like them?
Beef and rice, basically.
Yeah, just little chunks of rice in there. That was supposed to be the porcupine gills. Trish, I don't mean to embarrass you. But since I've pushed the devil back in my life, I'm more honest than I once was.
Oh, that's fun.
And I gotta say, you look great today. And I don't know what perfume you're wearing, but I like it.
Well,
it smells great.
Thank you.
And I like Brent's shirt too.
Oh,
thanks. Now, if you comment about my perfume, we've got a problem.
Not going to go there.
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right.
We're good, but thank you.
Yes. I'm following your lead, partner.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
Man, I don't know.
here-
I don't know what to do.
I'm just sitting here enjoying the aroma.
That scares me. That tells me, did I put too much on?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to play the game?
Well, sure. Maybe we can win a prize for Trish or one of the listeners out
Yeah,
there.
sure. Well, it's runs a day, so pig in a blanket day.
Great prize.
And
There
of
we go.
course, they do pig in a blanket at Runza in Broken Bow. They don't do this at every Runza.
No, they
This
don't.
is kind of Broken Bow's thing, and they are delicious. By the way, they're great. So here's a chance to win one, and here's your question for today. This is the 17th, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, so
All day.
60 years ago today, folks, the Ford Mustang debuted. So we're asking questions about that automobile. Here's a good one. When the Mustang debuted 60 years ago, what was the price to buy it new? Here are your choices. $1,368. $2,368, $3,368, or $4,368.
I don't. Yeah, that time period you could buy a lot of car for not a lot of money, but minimum wage was
I was going to say you weren't.
$1.20.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Exactly.
So
It's all
there's your question. How much did it cost to buy the Mustang brand new when it debuted 60 years ago today? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
But you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
All right, we have a caller. Didn't get a chance to preview who it is, so let's find out who we're talking to this morning.
This is Asher.
Asher, how's things going?
Oh, it's going.
Good. Here's your question from Brent.
Okay, Asher, when the Mustang debuted 60 years ago, how much did it cost to buy it new? Was it, well, first off, we know that the last three numbers are $368, okay? So was it $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000? What do you think?
I'm going to say 2,000.
2,000? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Ring the bell. Asher, way to go. That is what it cost.
Yep.
When the Mustang debuted,
Wow.
the price to buy it new was $2,368.
Yeah, but buy it today and see what it costs you.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a collector's item. What would it go for today?
Oh, probably a minimum of 30,000, 40,000, maybe way over that, depending. I mean, the first ones were little 6 cylinders, as we were talking off the air. They're probably not worth as much as a little bit later on when they started sticking the 280.
Well, I watched a car auction the other day
Yeah.
on TV, and a 60, it was a 63.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are going to fall out of your shoes.
What did it bring?
60,000.
60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was in mint condition.
Right. Love to drive one of those again like that. Thanks, Asher. Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too. We'll be right back with our special guest right after these words.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Headaches, ear ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Make us part of your morning routine.
Just really great music, and you guys are fun and active and lively and just a good station.
Central Nebraska wakes up with Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
All right, now we're going to dedicate the entire remainder of this half hour of the show to curtains, and curtains. Because Designs of Distinction is all about curtains and
window treatment. Yes.
That's what you do.
Yep, that's what I do.
You just got back from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, Dallas, Fort Worth, and went to a International Window Covering Association show. So it was interesting. it was interesting. Nothing really crazy, weird, new. It was a lot of components and draperies, and still talk about what to do with cords, and everybody's insisting that, sooner or later everything's going to be automated. You're either going to have to hardwire your house when you're building it, or, something like that to get away from the cords. So, but took a 4-hour or 5-hour class on motorization, so that was very interesting. How to talk to electricians and hear their friends. So you just, this is what I need.
They don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to, it's not like I've got 10, electricians I have to interview to, in some cities you really have to get that. But, amps and volts and woohoo.
Wow. Sounds confusing, doesn't it, Brent?
A little bit.
I didn't know I should know.
Well, if that's the way they're headed because of the cord situation, kudos to you for learning it, because you'll have to have that knowledge to move forward.
Yeah. And, just the whole home automation is pretty much taking off in all new homes. I mean, they're just automatically wiring the windows, and it's just because it's so, and I, say this so many times, it's, if you're renovating or building a new home, it is so inexpensive to run that wire. Even if you don't use it, leave it buried in the wall. But it's so inexpensive. That wire is so cheap. Yeah. And they're already running wires for everything else in their house, so this is, and low voltage wire is like nothing.
Yeah.
So they can run it to each window. And in Las Vegas, even in the early 2000s, when we built our house there, that was just a standard. Every window inside the window well, they could fish a line out. And, technology's changed, so it doesn't have to be the full hard wire kind of thing. It can be the low voltage wires now, but really interesting, different ways. And, almost everything now has thermostats you can set remotely, and all of your security systems. When you think about the wiring in a house, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
So, yeah.
Because if you have if you have an app that you can check your house, it still all has to be hooked up. And, when they have the commercials on TV and they have one of the gadgets and they say lock the doors or turn the lights off, and there still has to be the infrastructure to make that work, right?
Exactly. So it's becoming more and more the norm, where years ago, it wasn't a big deal and you didn't think about it too much. But the one focus that they had that, I had thought about, because I have dealt with handicapped people that need something different, is the later years, or parents or grandparents moving in or whatever, or children that are handicapped. It's like, those are things that, just like 36-inch doors, we're starting to see that more and more for wheelchair accessibility. And then it's the same way with window treatments, whether it's being spoken to raise and lower, or to, move a drapery or whatever. So,
Good point. And, those wider doors, even if you sell the house and move on, then the next person that comes in is going to be able to look at it if they're in that situation.
I mean, how many homes you look at have the nice big wide entry doors, but once you get inside to get into the powder room, it's a 30-inch door. It's like maybe 28. In our house, it's tiny.
Yeah.
So it's like wheelchair and handicap accessibility is kind of non-existent in our older homes.
Really is.
A lot of renovations are needed.
Trish, so the technology you're talking about with the wire, make sure that when you're building or renovating that you stash that wire in there so it can be used for the window. How much did they talk about with the technology being able to save some energy? Because I'm sure there's programmable devices that can raise and lower the shades when you're not home, or you could do it with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we all know that when the sun hits the west side of the house in the afternoon, the living room heats up, right?
Right. And solar power, there's panels that can be put in behind those battery, shades that will help. I probably went off topic there, but that was one thing that we're seeing, but it's the same thing. The battery has to be fully charged when that product's put up in the windows so that the solar panel can keep the trickle charge. Mm-hmm. So you can't put something up there that's not fully charged and expect that solar panel to fully charge the battery. That's not going to happen. It's just going to maintain it. But it has to be fully charged, and you have to have good sun. So west sun is good, east sun is good. North maybe not so good. Not really the place for solar panels for batteries.
Right.
And if your house isn't hardwired, then you're kind of stuck with. You have to either get a lithium battery that can be recharged, and that's kind of the way. And now they're building the batteries into the tubes or into the headrails versus having an external battery pack behind the shade. So many times there's nowhere to put that external battery pack except behind maybe a window treatment, a soft treatment that you can hide it. Mm-hmm. But if you want the cleaner look, the window wells have to be pretty big or deep to accommodate them.
When you were there, you said nothing too new as far as new designs, as far as the actual
fabrics are changing. Yeah, fabrics are changing. We're seeing it's more blends. I mean, it's the full cotton kind of thing isn't as prevalent as it used to be. It's more blended fabrics. Did find a workroom, so I'm waiting to get information from them on draperies, and so just still, it was a pretty good fact-finding thing for me, but the class itself was really the big part.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So put all that knowledge to work as you go along for your customers out there, and they might just want a pull-down shade that doesn't have a cord on it. You can cover all of it.
Yep, absolutely. And my what they call Accurise systems and the cordless systems, they're starting to handle wider and wider shades. Mm-hmm. So, like a 90-inch wide shade, 60 inches long, I can do cordless. I mean, go out to ranch land on their big
windows?
Big windows to the west and the east. They're all cordless, and they're big. They cover basically a slider-sized window. So, yeah. So
you can do
fun. I can do it.
The best way to have a conversation or start a conversation is give you a call on your cell phone, because you're on the road all the time.
I am. I'm on my way to Dunning this morning and put some shades up, and get started.
You can stop in and have at the coffee shop there and pick up a cup.
In Anselmo. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I love that old place.
I think they have one in Dunning too, so you can.
In Dunning, I'll have to go look at.
Yeah, out at where the filling station is on the corner.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to go in there and check that one out.
Yeah,
we're going to have more coffee shops here.
We are. So. You can just coffee wherever you go. Well, we've been talking with Trish with Designs of Distinction. What's that phone number?
It's 308-870-3677.
3677. That will start the process for a free estimate.
Yep, absolutely. Wherever you are, I'll come to you and bring the store to your door.
There you go. And Trish, she likes to travel, so she doesn't even charge you mileage when you get your shades put up. Yeah. That's pretty unheard of these days.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you, as always.
Good to see you. Thanks.
News is next here on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The Senate is expected to quickly dismiss articles of impeachment today against the Homeland Security Secretary delivered by the House. Alejandro Mayorkas is defending his actions related to the crisis at the southern border telling CBS Mornings he can't act alone.
Really, the enduring solution is legislation, because executive actions invariably are challenged in the courts.
Homeland Security teaming with online platforms to provide parents and young people with information on how to prevent kids from being exploited online. Meta's Antigone Davis tells CBS.
We're not trying to pass the buck to parents, but we all need to work together, whether that's DHS, whether it's us, whether it's parents, to help protect kids online.
A Boeing whistleblower plans to testify at a Senate hearing. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Many on the Hill are skeptical after a door panel blew out mid-flight on a 737 MAX in January, and the company failed 33 out of 89 sections of a recent FAA audit.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, an investigation is underway into a shooting death, which the Dawson County Sheriff's is calling an apparent suicide. In a press release, the Sheriff's Office said the shooting happened April 8th near Gothenburg. The Sheriff's Office said the 22-year-old Lyndon Long of Wisconsin suffered an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound that evening. Long died April 13th at CHI Health Good Samaritan Hospital in Kearney. The press release indicates Dawson County authorities were notified shortly before 9 p.m. that night that Long was traveling westbound on Interstate 80 in a car with Indiana plates. The Sheriff's Office said an active felony warrant for bank robbery was out on Long, and he was described as possibly armed and dangerous. In the press release, the Sheriff's Office said they stopped Long's car on the westbound exit ramp at Gothenburg. Long refused to leave his vehicle and then fled in the car to Platte River Road, which is an access road to south of Gothenburg. The vehicle stopped at a dead end. Deputies heard gunshot, and then they saw the car accelerate, drive through a metal panel, and come to a stop after hitting a tree. The press release said that deputies found Long inside the vehicle with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound and found a firearm inside the car. Long was taken to the Gothenburg Memorial Hospital and then transferred to Good Samaritan, where he later died. Long's mother contacted Local 4 TV and said she questioned the sheriff's version of events. The Sheriff's Office press release said a grand jury will be convened at a date to be determined later by the Dawson County Attorney.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, postseason action got underway with a pair of playing games out west. In the 7-8 matchup, the Lakers beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 110-106. Anthony Davis, despite some back issues, played in the game. He had 20 points and 15 rebounds for LA, and LeBron James led the Lakers with 23 points. New Orleans star Zion Williamson had 40 points before leaving late with a hamstring injury. His status going forward is unknown. Lakers are in the 7th seed in the West. They'll face the number 2 seed, the defending champion Denver Nuggets, in the first round. In the 9-10 matchup, the Kings beat the Warriors 118-94. Keegan Murray had 32 points. De'Aaron Fox 24 points in the win for Sacramento. Golden State Steph Curry had 22 points in the loss. Klay Thompson had no points as Golden State's eliminated. Sacramento will face New Orleans. The winner gets the 8th seed and will take on the top seed Oklahoma City. NHL Capitals beat the Flyers 2-1. Washington captures the final wildcard spot in the East while eliminating Philadelphia, Detroit, and Pittsburgh from the playoffs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Lots of sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 69. Northwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast skies tonight, thunderstorms likely, lows level off around 35. Chance of rain showers tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 54, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day. Veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend brand, made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend, plus receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
47 degrees outside this morning. Winds are light out of the northwest, or at least under 5 miles per hour for the time being. Mostly sunny sky out there. There's a few clouds hanging around. Pretty nice morning. Barometric pressure was rising, now leveling off at 29.93. Humidity at 84%. High yesterday was 54 with an overnight low of 43 degrees. That was our temperature at 7 this morning. Sunset today at 8:21. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:54. 97 hundredths precipitation for the month because we picked up 37 hundredths as of 7 o'clock this morning. And Brent and I were talking about the rain yesterday. It would rain hard at times, but not very long, and the wind was blowing it sideways. But all in all, 37 hundredths, not too bad. Yeah. Wet things down nicely for a little while. And more chances of rain in the forecast. So we'll just say rain. Don't say the S word because it's somewhere in the forecast.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah. The Custer County Courthouse front steps are going to be repaired, and it's going to be a big job. They're going to replace them, I think. And weather permitting, they'll start that Monday, April 22nd. And, you know, if you don't want to walk around the courthouse, which wouldn't be a bad walk if you parked on the east side, you can get around nicely, but they'll try to make room for you. The employees are going to park in the parking lot behind Custer Federal and try to leave parking spaces for you there on the west side, on the west entrance there. So that's going to take about 4 to 6 weeks to complete, weather permitting, but it is something that if you've been to the courthouse, you know needs to be done. So we'll all try to be patient and use the west door starting Monday. Nice little walk around if you can park. If you park on the east side, not a long walk around there. Or if you can find a parking spot over on the west side. The little parking lot that kind of is tucked in behind the courthouse.
Yes.
They're making some changes to that as well as far as how you're going to park in there. The last time I was there, the lines are pretty much gone. So it was kind of a free-for-all, you know, which direction you came in and how you parked. Yeah. And I know they got permission from the city of Broken Bow at the last city council meeting to make some more handicap accessible parking lots out on the street to make room in, to make more of those spaces available. And the voting container, the box that you can drop your votes in, is required to be in the spot it is, so they're going to kind of work off of that. So I don't know how they're coming along with the parking lot, but if you use that little parking lot, be gentle and patient. Let's just put it that way. And they're working on it. They've tried a couple different things there, but you can only get just a few cars.
I was going to say there's not a lot of space in there.
Right.
It is convenient.
Yeah.
If there's an opening in it.
Yeah, especially if you do have trouble getting around, or you have someone in your family that needs handicap accessible. That works pretty well there for that. Today is Wednesday, so another full day of Melham Hospital Auxiliary Rummage Sale activity at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. And that will run until 7 o'clock tonight. They've opened the doors just a few minutes ago for that. And also don't forget about the quilt show continuing up at Brookstone View in Broken Bow, 9 a.m. until 5:30 weekdays. They also have a weekend schedule that you can get in and see those quilts as well. And then tomorrow on Thursday, about a half day for you to get in and do your shopping at the Melham Auxiliary sale. And I know the weather kind of slowed things down on the first full day, Tuesday. Because of the weather, a lot of people didn't get out. So I'd expect a lot of shopping to take place there in the next day and a half.
Yes, I would say so.
Hopefully, yeah. The fundraiser in Sargent, talked with some folks from Sargent yesterday evening. They really hope that you'll make a donation or show up for the Kendry-Salco fundraiser at the Palladium in Sargent. That's Sunday. Kendry is battling bone cancer. The activities will take place at the Palladium from 2 until 4 p.m. They'll have a free will offering dessert bar. They're going to raffle off a rifle and a half a beef. Or you can just donate to the Salco Medical Fund at First National Bank in Sargent. If you can't make it, want to build up a nice amount of funds for them to use for Kendry. She's already under treatments, but it's going to be, a long road, and we all know that there's expenses traveling and hotel accommodations and all of that. So let's give them a hand on Sunday. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Ryan Anderson, Garden Center, right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. You must be expecting some warm weather, or maybe the greenhouse is just warm because you have some short pants on today.
Well, probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is it nice and warm in there?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wishing in the warm weather, maybe.
It always smells so good in your greenhouse when you get it filled up. Are you working on that?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, we've had some stuff in since the 1st of April, but yesterday we brought in had a couple loads landed in, so
good.
We're full
up.
So yep.
All right.
So
can't wait.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. So what are some of the things they're going to find? Flowers, garden items?
Yep. Vegetables on that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I lost count of tomato varieties, but there's a bunch. Heirloom varieties. Then, different hybrid slicers, cherries, grapes, grape tomatoes, the popular Amish paste, San Marzano, mortgage lifter. I mean, just there's a bunch back there.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Peppers, same way, sweet, hot, just the whole,
green, red,
green, red, Tabasco, Cayenne, Carolina Reaper.
How hot is the Carolina Reaper?
Hot. Too hot for me.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds hot.
Yeah, it does.
I go in about the Anaheim jalapeno. The Anaheim's probably, the Anaheim and Poblano is probably about the mildest hot pepper, and that's kind of where I step into things at. So, but
man, I can just sense that the folks out there listening or watching are going, "Oh man, those tomatoes sound like bacon lettuce tomato sandwich coming down the pike here pretty soon."
Yep,
it's going to be a while yet, but you got to plant them to enjoy the fresh out of your garden.
Yeah. So it's, if it's probably too early to plant outside yet if you're not going to take precautions to keep them from frosting or getting too cold. So, but we have it, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to have it. We're open, 7 days a week through the end of June, and we might not have the entire variety heading into the first part of June, but we'll have plenty of tomato plants and vegetable plants going into June.
Okay.
I hear the comment that we run out of stuff, and we have a bunch. We're trying to, this year probably trying to keep our inventory up a little bit more heading into that time period, but a couple of the nurseries where we get our stuff at, they're providing plants for like western Wyoming, western South Dakota, and so they're probably kind of a month behind us. You know, like, you know, we kind of start around the 1st of May planting gardens more around Mother's Day. For them, their big weekends and when they get going is around Memorial Day. So, but what that offers us is inventory or product, you know, into that first part of June time. So, you don't necessarily have to buy, you know, real early, but we have a lot of inventory, and we're going to try and keep things filled maybe better than we have in the past going through the season. So,
well, Ryan, in fairness to you, you know, some businesses, if they have a oversupply, they can put it on a shelf and sell it later or bring it back next year. Well, that doesn't work in your business.
Correct.
I mean, you don't want to end up with two greenhouses full of plants that are going to just perish, right?
Correct.
So you kind of have a fine line there. I think most of us realize that, but you're going to have a little bit more effort to have that. We appreciate that, but I think most of us understand you really don't want a greenhouse full of goods that are just going to waste away. So I think that's understandable, but sounds like, and I don't know that, you know, you probably hear that a little bit, but most people are very happy when they go to the garden center and walk out with a couple of flats full of goodies and, and then go back again the next week, because you can shop, depending on what you're doing, over and over again. You don't have to do everything all at once.
Yep. So,
because you actually keep care of those every day, so there's no reason for them to take something home that they're not going to get to and have it perish before they get it planted. So,
right. Yeah. So, got our cold vegetable crops in, you know, like broccoli, cauliflower. We got some vine crops in, but it's really too early for those. We'll have plenty of those when the time comes. Flower side of things, we're full up on that. You'll see a few new items this year on that. So, but kind of, you know, some new colors, new varieties. A lot of we're well stocked for that too. So, trees, shrubs, we've had a lot of people in looking for trees and stuff. Next week sometime, we got that shipment coming in. So
good.
Variety of deciduous trees. We have a few evergreen trees, but we're doing more order buying on the evergreen side, just to get people what they want, and we can get a little bit better price doing that. So then we can bring them in. So, but yeah, trees and shrubs. We have our perennials out in the new hoop house, or it's not new anymore, but the newer hoop house, got that set up out there. So kind of just
ready to go.
We're ready to go.
And open 7 days a week. You're on your new hours, so people can shop weekends or weekdays. Something I was going to ask you about. I guess I'd like to maybe transfer over real quick to your prairie patio furniture, because we have Mother's Day coming up. We have Father's Day coming up before we know it. Great gifts.
Yes.
For the whole family, but you could designate it to Mom or Dad, and maybe buy Mom one of those beautiful hanging arrangements for Mother's Day, and give Dad the patio furniture. Hint, hint.
Yeah. So, we got, we do have quite a bit of patio furniture in stock to look at or purchase both. Swivel glider sets are pretty popular for kids given to parents and stuff like that. So, of course, we have table sets and stuff too. So, if you follow the Prairie Patio Furniture Facebook page, or the builder that we work with, they just started making. There's been other builders make the rectangle fire pit table. We had one that we had at the Rapid City Home Show here at the end of March, and we were Saturday we was going to pull it off the trailer and get it on our get it out where people could see it, and it sold before we got it off the trailer. So if you follow our Facebook page, we posted a picture of it. It's like a 72-inch or 44 by 72-inch rectangle fire pit table. It had 6 chairs with it.
Nice.
It's pretty attractive looking set. So
yeah. Well, that's the beauty of the furniture. It's beautiful. Plus, it'll stay beautiful for a long, long time, if not forever. And it doesn't blow around like we've been all having our furniture blow around. Anything outside that's not anchored down here lately, but your furniture stays put. So
yeah, it's for the most part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's extremes.
Yeah.
Right? But generally,
we always get asked how what. There's an 80-mile wind. It's tough to say. I don't know. I mean, we had those winds, Friday, Saturday last weekend or whatnot, and yesterday a little bit, or Monday. Ours is where we put it on our deck.
Stayed.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of depends too where it is sitting.
Yeah.
Being honest about it,
Yeah.
So anyway, come take a look at it. 7 days a week. What time you open the doors?
About 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. And you can come in and enjoy that heat coming off the sun in the greenhouse and smell all of those good plants that you've got in there already. More to come, right?
Yeah. We'll continue to fill throughout the season, but we're pretty full right now. If you've been in the last couple days, you come in today, it'll look a lot different. So,
okay.
But yeah, hanging baskets, the hanging basket lines are full now. So
good.
Good supply of those.
All right, a block off Highway 2, basically, to the south. Easiest way probably is turn at the dollar store there, and you'll see it. And the big windmill, and easy to find. And conveniently open 7 days a week. Can't say that enough, because that's what people enjoy, because they can fit it in their schedules a little easier, and we appreciate you doing that. So,
you bet.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
We'll take a time out with these words here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Tired
The Secret
of
Garden.
unexpected car
Some
troubles
secrets
putting
just
a
can't be
misfire
kept.
in your day?
Now is the time to swing in and
Introducing
prepay for some beautiful plants. Then pick them up in May when it's time to plant. Plus, save 15% off anything with pink through Saturday. That includes plants and new inventory. Impact Closet Boutique will be at the Secret Garden Friday and Saturday as well. Open Thursday and Friday, 11:30 to 4:30, and Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30. The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Moline Seed and Fence is your leader in agricultural fencing and animal management solutions. Let's get ready for spring with the new satellite water monitoring system from Gallagher. Check your tanks in seconds for a fraction of the cost of driving. Turn that time saved into a new fencing project. High tensile, barbed wire, metal, and pipe fencing all in stock and ready for your next project. Moline Seed and Fence, located southwest of Callaway. Give them a call today. 308-529-0781.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
8:25. I can say that now, honestly. Well, 3, 2, 1. 8:25.
Wow, good timing.
Thank you. Hand those over here. We'll get started on some live reads. We have more guests coming in here this morning. Lots of great guests. So we're going to be busy. Keep your ear to the radio and crank it up just a little bit. Hard to believe, as Brent mentioned yesterday, that Rustic in Red in Cozad is going to be having their Thursday Sip and Shop. That means it's the third Thursday. Doesn't seem possible here this month, but that's what's happening. So join them this Thursday for their monthly Sip and Shop. Sales run all day, but the sipping starts at 4 p.m. Be listening for more details to come, and also follow their Facebook page to stay up on details. Grab your friends and make a trip to Cozad to check out Rustic and Red this Thursday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. at Rustic and Red in beautiful downtown Cozad. If you haven't been to the store, you're going to love it. If you've been there, you already know you want to go back.
I'll tell you what's showing at the movies at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Showing right now, Someone Like You, rated PG. It'll continue to show for a couple of more nights. They have Civil War, which is getting a lot of buzz in the movie business right now. It is showing at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. And a couple more nights to see Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. It'll show for a couple of more nights at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. That is what is currently showing. And then as we go to Friday, here will be your lineup beginning Friday through the weekend into next week. Continuing at the Fox Theater will be Civil War, and then joining it beginning on Friday, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare will come to the theater. Rated R, it'll show in the main theater beginning on Friday, run through the weekend and into next week. And then if you want to be scared, Abigail is coming to the Fox Theater beginning on Friday, and again, it will run through the weekend into next week as well. So check it out. That's what's showing for the rest of this week on through the weekend at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. To take a look at the lineup and show times, we direct you to their great website, which is watchthefox.com. You can also get tickets in advance. Don't forget about Tuesday night when they have free popcorn night, brought to you by the Nebraska State Bank. Always a fun time when you take the family to the movies at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow.
A quick time out, and then we'll bring in our next guest, brought to you by Custer Federal State Bank.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto. Attention do-it-yourself enthusiasts and weekend warriors. Spring is in the air, and your go-to destination for quality materials, tools, and friendly advice is right on Main Street in Ansley. Plan now so you can start right when the weather warms up. Ansley Lumber and Supply is your locally owned and operated connection for premium lumber, Benjamin Moore paint, composite decking from Armadillo and TimberTech, as well as deck railing. Don't forget that delivery is available so you can get the work started quicker. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
But now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:29. I'm going to turn things over to Brent Apperson, and he's got some guests lined up here for us.
Yeah, Custer Federal State Bank brings you a visit with the folks who are involved in the Scenic Byway, and here we are in the spring, summer right around the corner, and the byway is going to be buzzing even more than it already is pretty soon, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It will be.
Yeah.
We have 8 locations on our byway from Alliance to Grand Island. They're on the Nebraska Passport program with tourism. And starting in Alliance, the Night Museum, and then the National Forest at Halsey, Anthem Coffee at Bedford. Let's see, then we go on down the road to Grand Island, and there's 3 locations there. What am I missing?
Did you get Secret Garden?
No, I did
Myrna?
not. Secret Garden at Myrna, but 8 locations on our byway. That's just wonderful. Yeah. We're thrilled.
And it's nice that they're spread out so people have to travel the byway the entire length practically.
And I think, Rick, doesn't that start May 1st?
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
It's going to be a good year.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing big fifth wheels already going by. Aren't you,
You
Rick?
said that last year.
I do see that.
I do too.
Yeah,
it's a noticeable increase in that kind of traffic for sure
and
over the years.
Yeah, a lot of them are pulling boats, and some of them are coming. They're snowbirds coming home. We realize that, but they're already out there.
visiting with Linda Tion and Rick Moss, our guests here this morning. It's kind of, the byway at times has kind of become a gateway up to the Black Hills.
Oh, absolutely.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Which has really drawn even more attention to your byway a little bit.
I ordered cartons of travel guides and maps for South Dakota last year, anticipating we'd have a few visitors going that way, which we always do. And I had to reorder.
Really?
And I could have reordered again at the end of the season. We about ran out then. Did run out.
Rick, the Red Barn was on the Passport program a year ago.
Correct.
So you got to see the real benefits of having something on the Passport program, and it really does bring people to the facility and certainly to the byway with some locations on the program again this year.
It increased our traffic about 50%, which is substantial. It was a lot of fun. You know, we all enjoyed it. When you're busier, it's a lot more fun and a lot of interesting people to talk to. It's just a good program. I applied again this year, but I realized we wouldn't get it 2 years in a row. I don't know that that's ever happened to anybody, but we'll keep applying and get it once again.
Well, they tell us that they keep track of all the people that apply, and they have a spreadsheet, I suppose, of who's really, really interested. And the Red Barn is always interested in the Passport. So I think they look at that pretty closely.
And they get over 300 applicants for the Passport stops each year and only choose 70. This year I think they had a bonus amount of another 10 that they were doing for this year only. So it's a pretty competitive situation to get to be one.
Yeah. So since we have you in here, talk about the barn as we go through the spring and get ready for the summertime. What do you have planned? I mean, obviously we've talked about the sod house, but I think there's some other things maybe in the works, right?
Always.
Yeah.
We talked about the sod house for 10 years.
Yes.
So you got to have something on the back burner. But right now I'm just worried about getting everything ready. The weather hasn't cooperated so much as far as getting stuff outside done, but we do have some things coming up. We're going to have an outhouse. I think we talked about that before. Yeah. Mike Adams has made and should be ready to put in place. So that'll be interesting.
I think that's going to be really popular, don't you?
I would imagine.
I think people are going to have to go out there.
And he said he's going to get it anchored down, so we don't have to worry about any
so nobody will take
little mishaps.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you would want to make sure that it didn't get blown away, especially if someone was inside, right? Yeah.
Well, I think this sod house is really going to be a destination point for travelers on our byway. You know, there's not a lot of sod houses left, and where this is new, and the thing that I enjoyed the most that day that we put it up was the youth that showed up, the young people that came. Now they can say they built a sod house, and that was very encouraging for
I
us.
put a list together, and Donis was kind enough to frame it and put a photograph up there with all the names of the volunteers superimposed on the photograph of the sod house. Really nice looking. Anyway, there are about 50 people on the list. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody, but that's hung in the barn on the wall as you go into the little hallway. So hopefully people that come in and the kids that come in that helped us out will see that and be proud of what they've done. So
Rick,
pretty neat deal.
Rick, I know that you have a lot of great volunteers that allow the barn to be open.
Absolutely.
Are you looking for more to roll into the mix?
Always, because you have some turnover.
Sure.
People leave. We've got a couple this year that aren't able to do it for health reasons that will be back next year, God willing. And it seems like we always lose 2 or 3 or 4, and we gain 1 or 2 or 3. So if that keeps going in that manner, we'll be in good shape. So we are in pretty good shape. We've got over 30 on our list.
That's great.
Really thankful for that.
Yeah, good.
But we're all getting older.
Yes,
that becomes a problem.
Yeah, it seems like we can never stop the aging process.
Thank goodness
Afraid
we
not.
are getting older.
Yeah, that's
Rick.
true.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Every
right,
day
Linda?
I'm thankful.
Other things that you guys wanted to visit about?
I want to visit a little bit about customer service. Customer service can make or break your business, and I feel that, and I've seen it, I've experienced it, that frontline employee is so important to a business because you have the tourists or visitors coming to town, and most stop to get something to eat or, there's certain things that they need. And that frontline employee needs to have the right attitude. When that visitor says, well, what is there to do in this community? This employee, this frontline needs to say, oh, well, we've got a county fair going on. You need to go out to the Red Barn. It's really cool. It's got this sod house. Visit our square downtown. There's so many things to see and do. Victoria Springs, just up the road. And they need to have a positive attitude. And the ABCs of victory are attitude, belief, and confidence. So these employees need to be confident in themselves. They need to have that positive attitude. I find that travelers are kind of lonely because if they're traveling alone, they're obviously not talking to anyone unless they're on their phone. But if it's a couple who have the time, they want to talk to somebody. So ask them, where are you going? Where are you from? Do you have pets? Tell me a little bit about your grandkids. And most people our age, I'll say, want to talk about our grandchildren or our pets without getting into detail. But make those people feel welcome to your community. And something I talked about at our conference was you don't know who's coming through. It might be someone looking to establish a business in your community. They may be here just to visit relatives, sightseeing, whatever. But I'll use an example. I stopped last summer at Carhenge to take a few pictures on my way west, and I just out snapping a few shots, and there was some people right down below there that were trying to take a selfie, and I offered to take it for them, to take the photo, and they were so thankful. And there was a couple up on the hill to the north with this vehicle that looks kind of like a covered wagon. I'll say that with the bands. Didn't think anything of it. Got in the pickup, went on up the road. Have I told you this story?
No.
Oh, well, Rick's heard it.
I've heard it.
Yeah, you've heard it.
But it's a good story.
You've heard it in detail, haven't you? So anyway, I head on up the road to Chadron, and that evening, Facebook just blew up with Alliance people. Guess who was at Carhenge? Ashton Kutcher and his wife. And I don't know her name.
Yeah.
But they were the ones that were up there on that hill. I saw them up there, but I didn't know. I wasn't looking for Ashton Kutcher, and I'm not so sure I would have recognized him. But anyway, he had put on his Facebook or whatever, Instagram, and this vehicle they were standing by with the Carhenge in the background, but down below. And then they also had a picture of him at one of the convenience stores on a security camera. He was just walking in, and he was just a tourist, but you don't know who's coming through the door. You just don't know. So anyway, treat everybody with respect. Verbal and nonverbal skills are very, very important. So have a smile on your face. Don't be standing there looking at your phone. Put the phone away and welcome those guests in, or those customers in your business. So treat people with respect. Employers need to treat their employees with respect, and they in turn will get respect from their employees. I could go on and on. What else?
One thing I could remember about my years in retail was how important it was to learn people's names.
Absolutely.
People really appreciate being called by name when they come in the store or whatever business it is. And I prided myself on how well I did that. But after having been retired for 12 years, I see people I haven't seen for that long and in the wrong place, not in my retail business, or not mine, but the retail business I was in. And I'm just not very good at it anymore, remembering names. But that's awful important to people. They love to be recognized.
In that
and our employees did a good job of calling somebody by name, and then you knew who it was, and that's how you learn who these people are that are going to be repeat customers for you. So,
well,
that was very important.
It's important. It's also, a lot of us, and I struggle with that that technique. I don't remember names very well, so a lot of times I fail to say a name because I'm afraid it's going to be wrong.
Me too. And then an hour later, I'll remember.
Yeah. I wish I would have called John, but I wasn't sure that's what his name was. Yeah.
Promotion, most important is promotion, and I'm talking to the business owners here. Networking and advertising. You've got to get your name out there, and it's got to be continuous. It doesn't have to be a big ad on the radio or the newspaper or whatever social means, but keep it out there all the time. Keep repeating, and pretty soon people will, when they need a plumber, they'll think of a plumber. Radio station, they'll think of you. So advertising and networking is very important.
All right. Well, we believe in advertising. That's for sure.
I do too.
But there is a pitfall with social media and websites and that sort of thing. And I guess it kind of goes across the board. But if you have one, you really want to keep it up to date and change things and make them active, because if they sit there very long and there's no changes on it, it just goes away.
That's right.
That's one of the things you want to think about if you're going to start a Facebook page or a website for your projects, your promotion, your business. You got to be dedicated after it's up, because after a while it does more harm than good if you don't take care of it.
We were fortunate and found somebody that does a super job for us as far as Facebook posts go.
Yeah.
And it's year-round. We're open just 4 or 5 months during the year, but year-round in the off-season, she will do 2 posts a week, and during season 3 posts a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very expensive. I'm sure we're getting a good deal from this young lady.
Yeah.
She does a terrific job, and everything changes every week. It's nothing that's repeated.
Great.
So
yeah.
That's a good point, Dave.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks to Custer Federal State Bank. That was a good conversation. I'm sure they'd agree with most of what we said here this morning as far as being friendly to people passing through, and for that matter, being friendly to one another day to day in our business activities and social activities. So thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anytime. See you next month.
All right. See you next month. It'll even be busier then.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
bet.
guys.
We'll take a quick time out. We got more guests in the studio coming in.
Election time is approaching. You're invited to attend a media candidates forum at the Broken Bow Municipal Building, presented by the Custer County Chief, KCNI, KBBN Radio, and K-Bear Radio. Wednesday, April 24th at 6:30, candidates for Legislative District 43 will be present, Tanya Storer and Tony Tangwall. Candidates for Custer County Supervisor seats have also been invited to participate. If there's something you want to know, submit your questions by emailing chiefnews@custercountychief.com. No anonymous questions will be accepted. Please include your name, address, and contact phone number. ID information will not be shared. Wednesday, April 24th at 6:30, the public is invited to attend a media candidates forum at the Broken Bow Municipal Building. Be an informed voter. Attend the Media Candidates Forum April 24th.
Save the date. Shopping with Friend Z is coming to Custer County. Plan to shop April 18, 19, or 20th, or all 3 days. Lots of shopping at Square One Boutique, Chafin's Home Design, Ortello Dale, 1021 Boutique, Bow Family Furniture, Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio, Lily Kate Boutique, The Secret Garden, The Plant Stand, Brew Baker's Coffee House and Gifts, Four County Boutique, and Oscar's Palladium. Lots of shopping. All the details can be found in the Custer County Chief Extra.
Nebraska State Bank believes in our strong rural communities. We believe in our local ag producers and their capacity for innovation and growth. At Nebraska State Bank, we work hard to support our customers' growth, and that means growing ourselves as well. We offer a variety of banking products to make banking easier, especially during busy times, such as making payments online, signing loan documents digitally, or mobile depositing a check. These are just a few ways we can help simplify your life. Visit nesb.bank or call any of our branches to learn more about how we can make banking easier for you. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens. musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Don't let a dry spell or a lackluster lawn get you down. Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair specializes in both revitalizing lawns and keeping them beautiful. Have them come to your home or business and worry about applying fertilizer with their 5-step program. Then sell the lawnmower and have them cruise by and take care of that too. To keep your lawn happy, ask about sprinkler repair and aeration. Licensed and insured, serving Custer County and beyond. 308-870-0348.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI KBBN Radio.
8:46, and we have more guests in the studio. We're having a great day here. Lots of good people coming in. I'm going to turn it back over to Brent Apperson. We're going to talk about FBLA and more.
We have Mrs. Palmer with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Evan Saborin is here.
Good morning.
Evan, good to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Good to have you both here representing FBLA, Broken Bow Schools. Mrs. Palmer, where do you want to start? I know that you guys have been doing a lot of things during the course of the year. You want to start there with some of the things that you've done and some of the things you've accomplished?
Yes, I'll start with our major chapter accomplishments. So FBLA is an organization that basically runs 12 months of the year. Like we barely get to stop and catch our breath. But because of all the hard work of all of the members, we have had an exceptional year where we have earned some chapter awards. And to get these chapter awards, you have to do a lot of community service. You have to do a lot of... I don't know how to explain it, different types of projects. We were able to accomplish all of our ribbon projects, which then allowed us to walk away with the sweepstakes award, which is huge because not every chapter we ended up with. How many ribbons did you end up? How many did you have? Do you remember?
I do not, like 12 maybe.
Yeah, which there's like 5 or 6 components to earn each ribbon. And then you have to do all of those ribbons, and then you have to write 2 chapter reports to get the sweepstakes award. Well, one of the things that we did is the kids wrote an annual chapter report, and so for the first time we got the Gold Chapter Seal Award, which is another huge one. And then that's all on a state level. Then on a national level, the officer team did a fantastic job, and we're actually coming home with a Gold Seal Award when we go to nationals this summer. So,
wow, congratulations.
Yes.
I'm sure that makes you very proud of the hard work that these students have put in.
Absolutely. They have been an exceptional group of officers to work with, members to work with. It's just kind of like, here's what we need to do, and they're like, all right, tell us what we need to do next or what needs to happen. And Evan's on that officer team, so they all have done a fantastic job.
How many total members did you have this year for FBLA?
Well, we have both a high school and a middle school chapter.
Okay.
So there's 2 chapters. The high school, there's 45, and then the middle school, we have 12.
Wow. That's great. Good participation. I'm sure you're happy with those numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Evan Saborin, tell us a little bit about your journey through FBLA. What kind of got you interested in it? And talk a little bit about some of the things you've done this year.
Well, it all started with like my sister being in FBLA and telling me I should probably do it back when I was in 8th grade. I wasn't really involved. I did like one thing 8th grade year. Then freshman year, I slowly got more involved, did state, realized it was fun, and then I just kept on going with it, getting more and more involved. And then this year, last year I went to nationals for the first time. I realized that was a blast. And then this year I decided to run for office in the state, so I got reporter. I've been doing the Instagram, went to SLC, we placed first in sales presentation, and now I get to go to nationals again.
How many different things did you present or are you involved in as far as FBLA when it comes to the competition?
So this year I did 1 project, and then I did 4 tests: sports management, advertising, business law. Oh, I also did job interview, so I did 3 tests. And then last year I did sales presentation as well, and then freshman year and sophomore year I did broadcast journalism.
Nice. I'd like to hear the about the sports and the broadcast journalism. I like that. Okay, Nationals. You've brought that up. Nationals is coming up when?
It is. So we have to leave a day early. So we'll be leaving on June 26th, and we'll get back July 3rd. So we're basically spending a whole week, and it's in Orlando, Florida, is where we will be at. And so it's going to be it's pretty intense. There's kids from all over the United States. Plus we have members that come from other countries too. So it's more of like an international. So it's a wide mix that we get to interact with when we're together. It's one of those experiences that's hard to describe until you're there, and then you're just like, you just fall in love with it, and you want to go back once you've experienced that.
How long is the national competition? How long does it run?
So it's the 20. We start the 28th, if I got my dates correct. 28th, and then I think awards end on the 2nd.
Okay. So you're there for a few days. I assume that it costs money to get to nationals. So tell us a little bit about how people can support you and support the group as we try to get you to Orlando coming up.
So we're still, because our state conference just ended this last Saturday. So we're in the process of finalizing the logistics, where we have to confirm with our state advisor, these are the kids that are going. But as of right now, without having the actual confirmation, but the confirmation should come by this Friday, we're sending 20 kids to nationals. So we have 20 kids that are eligible to be able to compete at nationals. And the cost for them to compete is we're looking at up to $2,000 per member for them to be able to attend. And this is covering their hotel, their travel. There's some other costs that are in there, and that doesn't even include their food. So they'll have food costs on top of that. It's just, yes, Orlando is just one of those destinations that, if anybody's ever been there, you know that their pricing is a lot higher than if you were to come into central Nebraska. But so starting next week, we're going to be kicking off our fundraising, and part of that's going to start out with going out and reaching out to our local businesses, looking for those sponsorships. What we've done in the past 5 years that I've been doing this with Broken Bow, reaching out to them, looking for support. And then we're going to be meeting with some other businesses. Actually, they've reached out to us and said, hey, we have an opportunity. And we don't have set dates or times on that, so I don't really have that to share at this moment. But all of that information we'll be posting on our FBLA Facebook page in regards to the fundraising piece. But, we've been very blessed from this community that all the years that I have been there and been doing this with the kids have had all of their costs covered. So we're hoping that is the same. Again, this is the most that we have had. Last year we took 16. This year we have 20. I mean, it's a great thing that we keep getting more and more. But the piece I want to add to this, these kids have worked very hard, because one of the requirements is to attend state is they have to put in 16 hours of study session time on their own. So as a result of that, I believe that's why we have such great response to how well they do at state.
Evan, you're a senior, going to be graduating. If you feel comfortable, tell us about your future plans, and if you would, maybe some things you've learned through FBLA that you feel have kind of prepared you for the future.
Well, next year I plan on going to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where I want to study marketing. And I feel like FBLA has really helped me develop that I want to be in business, and it also has taught me a lot just throughout the different things that I've done, like reporter, helping with the social media. That's a lot with marketing, and then also sales presentation. I mean, it's not directly correlated, but it's also helped. So I've had all these experiences that's played into it, tied into it. That's just this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Things you learn in FBLA. These are things that will help you in life moving forward, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These are life learning moments that stay with them forever. FBLA is focused on our programs are targeted towards the standards, so the Nebraska Business Education Standards. So all of our events are tied to those standards. So the kids are learning a specific standard as they complete these projects or they're taking these tests to prepare for them.
Yeah. Dave, any questions, or to the two of you, anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention here this morning?
Just that I encourage everyone to go check out our long list on our Facebook page of all the kids. We do have 2 junior high kids that made it. I do want to do a shout out. One of our junior high kids, Maddie Beavers, she took first in 3 categories. And then Chase Johnson, our other one, he took first in website, multimedia, that design. Just something to keep in mind. That's probably one kid you're going to be seeing in the future that you're going to be calling to create your websites for you, because he did amazing stuff. They all did amazing stuff. But yeah, check out that list. We took a total of 35 kids, and out of those 35 kids, 20 of them are going to nationals. So
that's fantastic.
This community needs to be really proud.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll encourage people to be looking on how they can support you with your fundraising efforts going through the rest of the spring into the summer. And thanks for coming in, and we wish you the best coming up at Nationals.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming in. FBLA, there's so many extracurricular activities in schools anymore, and to have the success you have and share these kids back and forth with all the other things that they do is pretty outstanding. So thanks a lot, and Evan, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out, catch up on some news. More guests coming in the studios in the 9 o'clock hour.
Agland ATV knows that this winter has been long and our customers are ready to tackle big projects and enjoy the outdoors. If your to-do list includes checking those baby calves, rolling out new fencing, or moving equipment to prepare for this year's planting season, Polaris has the machines to get the job done. The service department at Agland is always working hard to keep your machines at the top of their game throughout the busy season. If you're looking to upgrade, you're in luck. We have more machines in the biggest variety of models and sizes that we've ever had. We're ready to help you ride into spring at Agland ATV, West Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
The Secret Garden. Some secrets just can't be kept. Now is the time to swing in and prepay for some beautiful plants. Then pick them up in May when it's time to plant. Plus, save 15% off anything with pink through Saturday. That includes plants and new inventory. Impact Closet Boutique will be at the Secret Garden Friday and Saturday as well. Open Thursday and Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Hello spring and hello allergy season. Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow has the products you need to push those allergy symptoms aside. Leader 24-hour allergy relief 35-count tablets are $7.99. And eye allergy itch relief drops are $8.99. 24-hour 35-count tablets of Zyzol are $15.99. Pataday eye allergy itch and redness relief twice daily drops are $15.99. Eye allergy itch relief is $19.99. Or once daily extra strength drops are $20.99. Allergies are no match when you visit Barney Health Mart downtown Broken Bow.
The 4-H and FFA programs were that foundation set for me to compete and get better all the time.
I was also introduced to topics like entrepreneurship and record keeping. All of those experiences grow lots of possibilities.
If you believe in developing the next generation, these programs are developing leaders for our community and our state.
Choice gas selection has begun. Call 877-274-5710 by April 24th to make your choice. Constellation is proud to support Nebraska 4-H and FFA.
The Arrow Seed Company offers top quality seed for those early planted crops like peas, oats, and alfalfa. Book your seed now so it's ready when you are. Arrow Seed oats available are tall, late maturing multi-purpose Goliath and high test weight Haydens. To increase your protein and feed value, consider adding 4-H peas to your oats. Stop in or call Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, your local Arrow Seed dealer, or visit them at arrowseed.com today to learn more. Arrow Seed, first in 4-H.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The Democratic-led Senate will convene the impeachment trial of the Homeland Security Secretary after the GOP-led House delivered 2 articles over the crisis at the southern border. Alejandro Mayorkas tells CBS the administration can't act single-handedly.
We cannot resource ourselves. We need Congress to do so. We cannot change a broken immigration system. Only Congress.
Boeing, the central focus of a hearing in the Senate today. Connecticut's Richard Blumenthal.
We're going to hear from the whistleblower, and there are going to be shocking allegations about a failure in safety culture and practices.
British Foreign Secretary David Cameron's in Israel, where he predicts the country will respond to Iran's weekend missile and drone attack.
It's clear the Israelis are making a decision to act. We hope they do so in a way that does as little to escalate this as possible.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA, postseason action got underway with a pair of playing games out west. In the 7-8 matchup, the Lakers beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 110-106. Anthony Davis, despite some back issues, played in the game. He had 20 points and 15 rebounds for LA, and LeBron James led the Lakers with 23 points. New Orleans star Zion Williamson had 40 points before leaving late with a hamstring injury. His status going forward is unknown. Lakers are in the 7th seed in the West. They'll face the number 2 seed, the defending champion Denver Nuggets, in the first round. In the 9-10 matchup, the Kings beat the Warriors 118-94. Keegan Murray had 32 points. De'Aaron Fox 24 points in the win for Sacramento. Golden State Steph Curry had 22 points in the loss. Klay Thompson had no points as Golden State's eliminated. Sacramento will face New Orleans. The winner gets the 8th seed and will take on the top seed Oklahoma City. NHL Capitals beat the Flyers 2-1. Washington captures the final wildcard spot in the East while eliminating Philadelphia, Detroit, and Pittsburgh from the playoffs.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today, with daytime highs approaching 69. Northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, thunderstorms likely, lows level off around 35. Mainly sunny tomorrow, chance of rain showers, highs level off around 54. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day. Veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend, made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend, plus receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
9:03, 50 degrees already, and a lot of sunshine out there, which is nice to see after the rain we received. We told you we have more guests coming in, and we do. Greg Johnson is here to talk about a very important organization and event coming up. Greg, how are you?
Pretty good.
Good. How's things with work?
Very busy. Very busy.
Everybody getting ready for the planting season?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe those last-minute repairs, and are you putting up some pivots?
We got a few, and we had some that went down in the storms, too. So
I was going to ask you about that, if you guys got affected by that.
Yep.
Well, that's Mother Nature at work, right? She's pretty angry sometimes.
Very, very.
Yeah, well, good luck this spring season. I know that we have the Hunters for Youth in the area, and you have an event coming up, and maybe we should start by kind of talking about the Hunters for Youth to begin with. Greg, can you kind of give us an overview of what the group is and what their goal is?
Our basically goal is to get kids out off their smartphones and stuff and get them outside in in nature. We do all kinds of events like shed hunts, fishing. We do some hunting, just anything to get them outdoors.
Does safety come along with that when you're maybe with the kids as far as hunter safety? And
Oh yeah. There's me and a couple others that are going to be, or two others going to be hunter safety certified to teach. So I've been training them. So they just got a couple of more hoops to go through, and they'll be ready.
Okay. All right. And about how many kids do you have participating right now?
It just all depends, per the event, so.
Okay. All right. So what's coming up?
We got our annual Loop Valley chapter banquet here this Saturday. Doors open at 4 o'clock. So we're going to have some brisket, and cater from Lazy D and Taylor's going to be supplying the food.
And that's being held where?
At the municipal building.
Municipal building. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Yep.
Now I know you've got some raffles and some games and different things that are going to be happening, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. We got gun tables, corporate tables. We sold quite a few of them already, and we'll have games for guns and for the kids too. We got games for them and a kids table for prizes for them too. So we want, it's a kids organization. We want you to bring the kids out.
Okay. And anybody's invited to purchase a ticket and come on in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So, how do they need to get tickets in advance for this? I'm assuming with the food you probably do.
There's a lot of it's probably going to be at the doors, but but our website has it, and any of our volunteers.
Okay.
So.
All right. I can imagine how tasty it's going to be. It's going to be good food, isn't it?
I'm sure it's going to be really good food.
They're very good.
I just hope we don't run out and I won't get to eat.
Yeah. So, Greg, what got you interested in helping with this group and this program?
Well, I started this program because I thought it was time to give back, and I had experience when I was 21 years old. Over in Arnold, actually, took a young man out hunting, and he got his first pheasant that day, and it was just, the joy on his face and everything. It was just everything, I thought, well, let's do this some more.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly anybody that's went out hunting with their granddad or dad or, even, I guess, friends, but when that first bird comes, it is something that's going to stick in their brains forever, right?
Yep. Very much so. And we're starting to work with some other organizations. I've been talking to Dads, Lads, and Lassies down in Litchfield, and they've actually asked me to be on their board, and I probably will. But we'd like to get things started down there a little more. And I've got a bear hunt that we're probably going to do down in Georgia for a couple of lucky kids. And we're planning on doing maybe a pheasant hunt, and we got VIK days. It's very important kids days, and it's going to be a fishing event, and we got a fishing event down at Pressy Park coming up, and we got pen shoots. We got lots going on, and I really can't thank my volunteers enough because they make it happen.
Takes a team, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And so we're working on a program with our volunteers to give them perks because it's a lot of work. And if anybody wants to volunteer, help out, they don't have to help out every event. Just here and there would be great. But, yeah, we're going to give out some perks to them people.
All right. Sounds like a great idea. Brent, questions?
Well, a couple that I had, you've answered already, because I was gonna ask you about people that have come together with you for this, and it sounds like you've had other people very interested in the program that have stepped up to the plate and want to be a part of it too.
Yes, very much so. They're incredible people.
The banquet, is this kind of a fundraiser for some things that you're doing, or just a banquet to bring attention to the organization?
It's a fundraiser for all these events we're doing and stuff. So, but and one thing that's really cool about this is nobody in our organization gets paid. I don't get paid.
It's all volunteer.
It's all volunteer. All the money stays here, for in Custer County for this banquet. So that's what's really cool.
So if people can't make the banquet, but they still believe in the program and they want to make a donation, just reach out to you. Is that kind of the best way to do it? Or
that or our website.
Okay.
Yep. And we got Facebook pages, too, that they can message or whatever. So, yep.
And your website address, do you know what that is?
huntersforyouth.com.
Okay. Well, that's very easy to remember.
We can remember that.
I like that.
And are there Hunters for Youth chapters all over the country? Or is
we had 3 at one time, but COVID really hit hard, and so we lost interest. So I'm concentrating on Broken Bows right now, and the thing is, it's a learning process for me.
Sure.
Even though it's a nonprofit, it is a business, and you have to run it as a business. So,
yeah, and it's like you say, it all depends on the volunteers. And I was going to ask you about that. Somebody out there listening may say, "Well, I don't really know that much about hunting or firearms or fishing poles or whatever the case may be." I would imagine there's something you can find for them to do.
Oh, definitely. And just the other day, 4 of us went, and we are certified Nebraska fishing instructors, too.
Would you help me out?
Yeah, I was just, you beat me to the question. I was going to ask him if he'd help me.
I just wished I had more time to go fishing.
Yeah.
Well, with everything you're doing and the work you do, it's going to be tough to squeeze a fishing trip in, but I hope you get to. And, fishing, anything outdoors is more fun if you kind of know what you're doing and have some success.
Right.
So that's what I assume is kind of your goal, to maybe to get that first bird, maybe to catch that first catfish or bass. That starts everything, right?
Yep. And we have some guides that help us out on the fishing aspect here, too. So,
being in the right spot for fishing is kind of important.
Yes.
You can be on a lot of water and not have anything bite your pole, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's great. And if you're listening out there and you want to help out, get a hold of Greg and get involved. You don't have to have kids of your own. You don't have to have grandkids of your own. You just like to see these kids. I like you're open. Get away from those phones and get away from those gadgets. Get off the couch and open that bedroom door and go out and find the world, right?
Exactly. And it's kind of funny. I'll have actually adults contact me. I had one lady, she was probably in her 70s. She wanted to learn how to shoot a handgun and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And, it's not just for kids, too. We'll help out anybody. That's what our organization is about, is helping each other.
Yeah, and I guess that's a very good point. You can hunt at any age. You can fish at any age. If you need help, you're willing.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, all right. Run down the date and time and all the details again on your banquet, if you would.
Okay, well, it's April 20th at the Municipal Building. Doors open at 4, and we'll probably eat around 6-ish, somewhere in there. And we're going to have an auction, and silent auctions and stuff like that. So
okay, everyone's welcome. And
everyone's welcome.
Get a meal with the deal, right?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Did we catch everything you wanted to talk about?
Yep,
all
everything.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Come back and see us. Let us know how things are going.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. We'll take a time out with these words.
The ability to battle above and below ground pests is just one advantage of Channel Seed with VT4 Pro trait technology. In this cab conversation, Channel technical agronomist Tyler Vrugden-Hill shares what farmers need to know going into the 2024 growing season.
Corn rootworm is always top of mind, being a $2 billion pest to the industry, but another one we can bring up is western bean cutworm, which is a great way to talk about our VT4 Pro traded corn products that we are beginning to test and have available commercially. So the VT4 Pro trade is going to be able to bring you triceptive protection above ground, which is going to give you great control with western bean cutworm and species like corn earworm, but also offer 2 modes of action below ground against corn rootworm, one of those being our RNAi technology.
Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices. 2024 Bear Group, all rights reserved.
9:18. Thank you. Blackberry Smoke, letting it burn right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Boy, we've had a great show because we've had great people in to talk to today about a lot of really good things going on here in the area. And we want to thank Greg Johnson, who was just in with Hunters for Youth, for talking to us about the upcoming banquet. And, of course, he's very busy at his job as well. Full Circle Irrigation is busy like a lot of those companies are right now preparing for the planting season. So Greg is busy, but he does take time out for lots of good things centered around the outdoors, which we appreciate that very much. Today's Wednesday, right?
It is.
What's for Wednesday?
Oh, yeah. What is for Wednesday?
Lola and Connie are at it again, preparing the specials, the weekend specials. It's a frenzy tomorrow through Saturday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. So Thursday through Saturday at Chapin's and Square One Boutique, they've gone nuts again. Fashions for spring, that's what you'd be buying right now, so you'd think you would be paying the top price for it. No, 20% off. And jewelry is half price. Kick up your feet, by the way, in a comfortable recliner. Wait a minute. Is this correct? Kick up your feet in a comfortable recliner for half price.
Oh, nice.
Half price on recliners.
Oh.
At Chapin's Furniture. And the 20% discount and half off on jewelry at Square One Boutique Thursday through Saturday here in Broken Bow. Take advantage of the spring specials with fashion, jewelry, and recliners.
Very nice. Before we continue, I just want to, it came to my attention, if you don't know, April is Volunteer Month.
That is true.
And think about who we have visited with today. I mean, Greg was just in here, complete volunteer work for Hunters for Youth. Rick Moss, think about all of the volunteering that he and others have done with the barn or along the scenic byway that we talked about. Linda, yeah, perfect example. We have great people in this year, or in this area, that really represent Volunteer Month.
They really
don't they?
And they don't think a thing about it, but they do it all the time.
All right, continuing on, we want to let you know about Old West Days, which is coming up. Nebraska Cowboy Poetry Gathering and 1884 Days, going to be all in one big celebration. It's coming up April 25th through the 27th. This is up in Valentine, featuring free old-time live radio, poetry and music sessions, a Western art and trade show, and a book writing workshop. It's all coming up April 25th through the 27th. It's in Valentine, so come check out jam sessions, the pancake feed, special church services around town. Over 40 cowboy poets and musicians from 14 states will be on hand to entertain. Get your tickets for featured programs or find more information at oldwestdays.net. Old West Days coming up in Valentine, April 25th through the 27th.
It's a big deal. If you haven't been there, you'll want to check it out. We have a job opening through the Nebraska Department of Transportation, an opening here in the Broken Bow shop, and they're looking for a hard worker. And if you are hired, they'll provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, and comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. You need to apply online at statejobs.nebraska.gov, and they are an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. So check that job out.
More job opportunities. These are through Off-Broadway in Broken Bow, looking for someone to serve as the administrator of the facility. You would serve as ambassador to the facility, be responsible for the day-to-day administration of programs, services, and financial operations, planning, development, implementation, evaluation, and improvement of program services, management of staff, and the delivery of high-quality services as determined by the management company, residents, and their families. Also at Off-Broadway, looking for someone to serve as a night shift med aide. You would be assisting residents with daily tasks, ensuring residents are given proper medication, and perform nightly tasks. Now, with each of these positions, a solid benefit package comes with it, and right now they're offering a $2,000 signing bonus for each position. If you're interested or have questions, call the facility at 872-2522. You can also stop by their facility, which is located at 403 South First Avenue in Broken Bow. Feel free to send off your resume to this email address. You can email it to administrator@offbroadwayapartments.com. They also remind you that there is a possible referral bonus that they are offering. So if you know someone who would be qualified for this position, send that information to administrator@offbroadwayapartments.com, and you could be eligible for a $500 referral bonus.
And remember, the job openings that we read here on The Breakfast Show almost always are on the jobs page on Sandhills Express. If you miss all the details, you can pick up phone numbers and et cetera there. We have a part-time maintenance person position open at the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway. They're now taking applications for that. Duties include general interior and exterior maintenance, painting, cleaning of social room and laundry rooms, preparation of apartments for leasing. In the winter, there'd be snow removal, a part of that, and electrical and plumbing experience would, of course, be a plus. The hours vary per month. Please contact Cassie Anderson at 308-836-4466 or pick up an application at the Grand Generation Manor office located in the Social Center. At the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway, they're now taking applications for a part-time maintenance person.
Another job opportunity. This is through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership, looking for a WIC nurse, looking for an RN, LPN dietitian needed for their Women, Infants, and Children program to enhance and make a difference in the lives of families. The position could be full-time or part-time with flexible hours. So for more information, you can contact CNCAP at 745-0780. The extension is 105. Or if you'd like to apply, you can go straight to their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, let's switch over to a break. When you take a break, what do you like to have? Usually coffee. And anymore, you know, there's lots of different types of coffee that you can drink, but you have to go to a place that knows how to make them. Arnold is the place to go this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, because not only is the coffee going to be brewed up and ready to go, they're offering store-wide savings of 25% with only some exclusions that apply. They'll be open 8 to 5 Tuesday through Friday and Saturday from 9 until 3. Just closed on Mondays now. Right now, a great time to shop for graduation as well as Mother's Day. Cards are in stock for every occasion. And this week, Thursday through Saturday, save 25% off store-wide with only a few exclusions. Brewbaker's Coffee House in Arnold is a historic destination with a barista bar fully ready to go for you and a gift shop. There's something there for everyone.
Who likes to go for a drive?
Most everybody.
Yeah, I kind of like to drive around, right? Or even if you're just driving around town, headed to the store or whatever, and you're driving around and all of a sudden you look out the window, what's one of the things you always notice this time of year? You look out, you say, wow, man, their lawn looks nice.
Nice.
Boy, their lawn looks nice. Well, guess what? If you want your lawn to look nice, sign up with A to Z Lawn Pro for their 4 or 5 step program. They come and apply it for you. No worry about timing or whether you're applying correctly. They take care of it for you. Formula is created to work specifically for this area. A healthy lawn is a happy lawn, so take time to care about it, and you can do that through A to Z Lawn Pro and their 4 or 5 step program. Also provide inner seeding to introduce new productive grass into existing sod. They offer free estimates. They serve Broken Bow and 100 miles beyond. So to find out more, we encourage you to contact A to Z Lawn Pro today. Number's 870-1762. Boost your lawn with A to Z Lawn Pro today. 870-1762, the number to call.
We'll be right back.
Who sells your soybeans overseas, increasing sales to Egypt, India, and many other emerging markets? Who has made you the #1 protein source in chicken feed? Who has made the next big breakthrough to boost your soybean yield? The answer to all of these questions is you. That's right, you do, through your soy checkoff. By pooling your resources through Your Soy Checkoff, you are promoting your soybeans to new markets. You are discovering new practices and seed varieties to overcome your biggest challenges in the field. You have even turned $2 million of infrastructure research into $460 million per year in extra income for all soybean farmers. There is power in numbers, and you and your fellow soybean farmers are proving it by bringing tangible returns back to you and your operations through Your Soy Checkoff. You can see all the ways Your Soy Checkoff is moving soy forward for you at unitedsoybean.org. That's unitedsoybean.org. It's all about you doing things together as Your Soy Checkoff.
928 1/2. Restaurant giving away free wine, a free bottle of wine, if people lock their phones and hand them in.
Wow.
A restaurant in Italy is offering customers a complimentary bottle of wine in exchange for their phones. It's part of a social experiment to see what happens when the diners that come lock away their devices and have no choice but to talk to each other. Not only have they found a really great vibe at the restaurant and fun for everybody, they realize I don't really need to have that phone and looking at it when I could be talking to somebody across the table. What an interesting, innovative experiment.
Yes. We call it an experiment, but it used to be just reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We now call it an experiment, but it used to be what we always did because we didn't have a phone.
Well, my battery's getting low on, and the whole thing gets to be a hassle. Put it away, eat, enjoy, have a little drink, whatever your choice, lemonade or wine, doesn't matter, but talk to the people that you're sitting with.
This was several years ago, but I mean it was still, when we all had cell phones, and my wife and I were out, and we were going somewhere to eat. We walk in, and there was a group of kids that came in on a bus, and they were there waiting to get seated. And I'll never forget it. There were like 2 plug-ins out in the area that you were waiting.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, every single plug-in was taken by someone charging their phone before they went and sat down and ate dinner. I just thought that was interesting. I'm sure that still happens.
Sure it does. The one that always really got to my wife and I when we traveled, or even here, I guess, for that matter, but a lot of times when you're traveling, you're kind of looking around this whatever restaurant you're sitting in, and there'll be a young couple on a date sitting in a booth across the way from you. And you watch them, and they don't talk to one another. They're both on their phones. They're both looking at their phones. Neither one of them are saying anything to the other. And what I've noticed is if one of them would quit, put their phone down, and the other one continued to look at their phone, it wasn't long before the other one picked their phone back up. Because nobody, he or she was not noticing that the phone was put down, so they were involved in their, I don't know, whatever they were doing on social media, or could be messaging family. I understand that, but it just went back and forth. They never really talked because both of them at the same time could not be without their phone. One of them, maybe, but not both. I thought, that's got to be romantic.
Yeah, I don't know. Thinking back, maybe I wouldn't have gotten dumped so much if we'd have had phones and I wouldn't have talked so much.
Well, that's funny, but there is a point there to be taken, because they do say that there's a lot of people who go to their phones when they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, when there's an awkward moment.
Or maybe they're feeling a little insecure. They might go to their phone and actually not be looking at much of anything. It's just an excuse not to have to try to socialize.
Yes, yeah, right.
Wow.
Oh, times they are a-changing.
Yeah.
Hey, we are so blessed to have quality senior villages here in Broken Bow and serving our area. If you're not familiar with them, they are a wonderful assisted living care facility that specializes in care for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience. At their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. To help that, they bring about activities such as movies, music, crafts, games, exercising, gardening, and cooking, trying to do outings in their new outdoor area. So to find out more about the facility, about the services they offer, not just inside the facility, but even outside, please contact Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. Number to call is 872-6387.
All right. Thank you, Brent. I believe we've covered everything today. Any last thoughts on anything coming up? I know you're going to be doing some rodeo reports and different things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I was looking at the schedule. I think our high school rodeo kids get going with their, I think they've been doing some cuttings and things up to this point. But yeah, I think the big rodeo season for high school kind of gets kicked off this weekend. So best of luck to all of those who are participating in that. And we'll try to do reports like we usually do during the season on Wednesdays, which you can hear on KCNI Radio.
All right. Of course, there's golf and track unfolding, and I know Brent will be doing his best to stay caught up with that, weather permitting, of course. Thanks for listening, folks. It's been a great day. We've had a lot of great guests in. Really enjoyed it. Hope you did, too.